My great nation, heads of governments and states, speakers of parliaments, representatives of international organizations, ministers, deputies, ladies and gentlemen, as I begin my remarks, I greet each and every one of you. Today we are here to share two separate occasions. One of the largest airports of the world, Istanbul Airport, the launch of this event, of this airport. We're launching this airport with our guests coming from Turkey and abroad. May it serve the whole world, our region, our country. In addition to this, it's also the 95th anniversary of the proclamation of our republic. We share this proud occasion. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the President of Albania, Kyrgyzstan, the President of Kosovo, the President of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, the President of the Republic of Macedonia, the President of the Republic of Moldova, the President of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, the President of the Republic of Serbia, the President of the Republic of Sudan, the Prime Minister of Bosnia, the Prime Minister of Bulgaria, the Speaker of the Parliament of Azerbaijan, as well as ministers from other countries, the heads of delegation. I welcome each and every one of you on behalf of my nation. Today, we also got news about the falling plane in Indonesia. I wish blessings on the souls of those who lost their lives and our condolences to the people of Indonesia. Istanbul is not only our largest city, but also it's the most valuable brand of our country. As one of our poets says, this city is equal to hundreds of other cities. It is equal to the whole world. It's a beautiful jewel between two seas, and it can be weighed against the whole rest of the world. Let me paraphrase. This city of Istanbul is precious. The whole eastern land can be sacrificed for a small piece of it. It's an important jewel between two seas. It can be compared to the sun of this earth. We built this great work in this priceless city. That's why we call it Istanbul.
Yeşilköy'deki Ataturk Havalimanımız
The Ataturk Airport in Yeşilköy, part of Istanbul, When this airport is fully operational in full capacity, the previous airport will close to commercial flights, but it will keep being an airport. Aviation trade fairs as well as other events will still use Ataturk Airport using the same name.
Atatürk Havalimanı'nın bu faaliyetler dışındaki alanları ise söz verdiğimiz
The Ataturk Airport will also be used for other functions. For instance, as we previously promised, it will be a park and will be open to the use of the people of Istanbul. But the closed areas, the indoor areas of the previous airport, will be used as the largest venue for trade shows of our country. So that will be Ataturk Airport, and this will be Istanbul. This will be named Istanbul Airport.
Havalimanımızın ismi de hayırlı olsun. Değerli misafirler, İstanbul Havalimanımızı yapmak için
Guests, in order to build the Istanbul Airport, in 2013 we started the hard work and we carried out the tender. As one of the previous speakers, Mr. Binali Yıldırım, said, some people were curious whether this project could actually be completed. I know this area quite well. I know when it was full of forests and when it was full of mines, coal mines. And we made a few rounds in a helicopter above this land in 2013 with Mr. Binali Yıldırım. We said we can build this, we can repurpose this as an airport, but it's not sufficient. There are holes in this land, and Cahit Bey must be preparing for this. The northern highway, the remaining holes, there are large holes in the ground, and by organizing landscape, hopefully we will make them beautiful lakes which people will enjoy as they drive through. They will be able to see the greenery and the lakes. I hope this will make it more enjoyable for the people who come here. When the site was delivered in 2013 and the construction began, there were still concerns. For instance, an expert, a specialist the other day on TV was talking about how this area would collapse. He claims that this ground, this soil is soft here, so it could collapse. But there's technology here. Does he know about the technology used in the construction? There are posts using state-of-the-art technology. Technology makes this possible, and such technology was used in the construction. From the financing to the construction, at every dimension, this is a unique project in the world. We have completed this project and we are officially launching the first phase. The project has 4 phases, the first of which we are launching today. The first phase will have 90 million passengers per year, and once all stages are completed, this will be 150 million passengers per annum, and it will occasionally be 2 million when there is need. The land is 76.5 million square meters, the land for construction, and it will initially open with 3 runways. In total, it will have 6 runways and taxiways. It will have 6.5 million square meters in aprons, and there will be a rail system between terminals. There will be terminals for freight and general aviation. There will be outdoor and indoor parking spaces, support units, social facilities, and other relevant units. And in total, it's a great-scale work. The east-to-west runway and taxiways will be done first, and in the third phase, the second terminal, additional runway, additional apron, taxiway, and runway. And in the final phase, an additional terminal building, parallel runway, taxiways, and an additional apron will be built. All stages will be completed by 2028, which means in the next 10 years, this airport will continue expanding. It will generate its own energy, it will be environmentally friendly, and it will be obstacle-free. 120,000 people will be employed here. Every unit within the airport will be at global standards, will be employing cutting-edge technology. It will be connected to the city center through buses, through sea and subways. For air traffic and security, many new innovations will be carried out within the scope of this new project. As previously mentioned, the investment cost is 10 billion euros. And during the operation period, the rent paid to the state will be 22 billion euros, excluding tax. In total, it will be 32 billion euros when you include the tax. The financing of the first stage, the 4.5 million euro was funded by Ziraat, Halk and Vakıf banks in conjunction, as well as 3 private banks. 3 private Turkish banks. It has international loan format, but the Turkish law applies, and such a method was employed for the first time in this project. In financing this project, there was no treasury guarantee or any other guarantee from the government. Within the total budget, only a small amount, which is limited to the first 12 years of the operating phase, 340,000 euros have been guaranteed for international incoming passengers. So both in terms of architecture, construction, operation and financing, the Istanbul Airport has been a great project for our country, also a model project in the world. From the design to construction to operation, many public authorities, banks, undertakers, subcontractors, architects, engineers, and maybe last but not least, the workers have made great effort, and I thank all of them. Geographically speaking, our country, and especially Istanbul, has always been at a strategic location. The Istanbul Airport, when it becomes fully operational, Turkey will be a very important transit center between East and West and North and South. The airport will connect 60 countries and economies which total to $20 trillion. Our country has a key role in integrating global economies, which this airport will carry even further. This is an important hub. So we did not build the Istanbul Airport for our country, but rather it's a great service that we offer to our region and to the world. In energy and water efficiency, it will have 40% water and energy savings, and it will use cutting-edge technology. So this will be a smart airport which addresses the needs of the future. When this airport becomes fully operational, the European airfield will have to be restructured. Istanbul will be the most important transfer point, so the directions of international flights will mostly change. Because of its characteristics and its position, this will be an important work, and it's not a coincidence that such an important work was built in our country. In the past 16 years, in health, education, transport, energy, in every area, our country has carried out great investments, great leaps forward in order to prepare itself. The level that we have reached only in aviation is a success story in itself. For instance, the number of the airports in our country. When we first came to office, there were 26 in Turkey. But by today, we added 30 more airports to this number, raising the total number to 56 airports in total in Turkey. But there are other airports which are still being constructed, and when they are complete, the total number of our airports will rise to 64. The number of our international destinations has risen from 60 to 316. We are number one in the number of destinations in the world. The number of countries flown to raised from 50 to 120, and large body planes rose from 160 to 500. Thanks to all this progress, the turnover of our aviation rose to $25 billion from $2.2 billion. We had similar progress in other areas as well. And we achieved all of this despite all the provocation and all the plans carried out against us, all the traps that were set for us. We achieved all of this despite all of these developments in the past 5 years. Turkey is the 17th largest economy in the world, and in terms of purchasing power parity, it's number 13 in the world. We made this possible thanks to the strong link between our state and our nation. Just like we did on July 15th. We have a nation that can protect its freedom and its future. We continue marching towards our goals in great dedication. Today is the 95th anniversary of the proclamation of our republic, and we are dedicated to our 2023 vision. This great work is an indication of this. For this occasion, once again, I congratulate the Republic Day.
Gazi Mustafa Kemal Atatürk başta olmak üzere İstiklal Harbimizi zafere ulaştıran,
Ataturk
yeni devletimizi kuran,
and his colleagues who made us victorious in our war of independence and who built the new republic.
şehitlerimizi
Our martyrs, our veterans, our heroes.
hürmetle yad
We wish blessings on their souls and we commemorate them respectfully.
ve kahramanlar can verir. Yurdu yaşatmak
As a poet says, heroes sacrifice their lives so that the country may live. This gives us inspiration. We wish blessings on the souls of all of our martyrs. Inside and outside our borders,
olması için
for our nation and country to prosper, our security forces sometimes sacrifice their lives.
bu ülke için
We are grateful to their efforts.
teride tek damla
A single drop of blood or tear or sweat for this country is never spent in vain. History is a great referee. Just like this great work that we're launching today, in every work that we do this for the service of our nation.
Bizlerimize vasiyetimiz olan 2053 ve 2071 vizyonlarımızın altyapısını
The infrastructure for our visions for 2053 and 2071 and for centenary of our republic.
en büyük 10 ekonomisini
Turkey will be one of the 10 largest economies in the world and will be a symbol of peace, prosperity in its region and in the world.
sadece kendimiz için değil,
We want to reach our goals not only for ourselves but for all of our friends.
demokrasideki ve ekonomideki yolculuğumuzu
The journey, the progress that we made in economy and in democracy, we want to continue it together with our friends.
içinde sömürge ayıbı, ne alnında katliam karası,
We don't have massacres or exploits or colonialism or any other humanitarian shame in our history.
herkesle birlikte
With everyone who are friends to us, we are ready to journey forward.
buradan bölgemizdeki ve dünyadaki tüm dostlarımıza sesleniyorum. Gelin,
I call on all of our friends in the region and in the world.
güvenli ve müreffeh bir geleceği birlikte
Let's build a peaceful and prosperous future for all of us.
savaşlara, acılara,
Let's put an end to the war, to the persecution. Let's pave the way to love and peace and solidarity.
masumlara,
Let's
toplumlara umut verecek
give hope to the children and to the innocent. Let's give this as a gift to the whole humanity.
sözlerimi bu toprakların yetiştirdiği büyük gönül insanı Yunus Emre'nin
As I conclude my remarks, I would like to remind you the following words of Yunus Emre.
gelmedim kavga için.
I didn't come here for a fight.
İşim sevgi için.
I came here for love. Our hearts are the homes of our friends, and I'm here to build hearts.
İşi kolay kılalım.
Let's get to know each other. Let's make things easier for each other. Let's give love to each other because we're all passing in this world.
Evet, inşallah İstanbul Havalimanımız insanları
Hopefully,
kavuşturup
the
tanıştıracak,
Istanbul Airport will bring people together, will expand love, and will build cordial relations.
bir hizmet
May it be a gift to our country and to the world.
emeği geçen herkese
I'd like to thank everyone who contributed to making this dream possible.
bu beşli
Especially,
konsorsiyumu huzurlarınızda tebrik
I'd like to congratulate the consortium of 5 Turkish companies. They worked quite hard, and in as short as 42 months,
bu hale getirdi.
they were able to build this great work. But they still have a lot to do. It's not complete.
Günümüzde
On this important day,
dostlarımıza da
I also thank our friends who came here to share our happiness. I once again congratulate our Republic Day.